Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to remote learning, boys and girls. We are going to start with the third lesson of remote learning. This is your geography section, and we are doing chapter number 11, Industry in Pakistan. In our previous lecture, we talked about industries, why are they important, and why is it important for a country to have industries. In this chapter, we will talk more about the industries. Previously, we described two industries. One was cotton and second was cement industry. We discussed the processes which are involved in the making of cotton fiber. Along with that, we discussed in detail the process of making cement. Now, finally, we will talk more about some more industries which are working in Pakistan. Topmost of them is the fertilizer industry. The use of fertilizer industry is very common nowadays. We are producing the huge amount of it, and before that, many types of fertilizers were also imported. Fortunately, there are many types of raw materials which are available over here within Pakistan. They are used in the making of fertilizers nowadays. These may be gypsum, coal, or gas. They are just an ingredient, as well as they are also used for the heating processes which are involved in the industrial mechanisms. Now, most important is that we should increase the production of fertilizers so that we may earn more by shortening this money which is spent on the purchase of this fertilizer for our agriculture and the related departments. Now, if we talk more about the industries, an important part of industry is the use of metal. Metal is used, of course, all the spare parts, all the machinery, all the equipment that is made up of metal. Mostly, about 99% metal is used within the industrial processes and manufacturing of the machine and its spare parts. Iron is the most important thing. But unfortunately, Pakistan doesn't have the large amount of metallic ores. There is some iron, but it is of low quality. So it is not suitable for making fine steel. So we have to import it. There are small amounts of better quality ore which are in the northern areas, for example in Chitral, but most probably due to lack of resources and non-serious attitudes of our authorities, it has not yet been seriously mined. Now, if we talk some more about industries, there are some other industries which are very important as far as the economy is concerned. We are making pottery, we are making local products. The small industry is playing very important role in the development of our industrial, you can say, productions. We are making small amount of these products in the small scale, but if the investment is done properly and these people are, if provided with better resources, they can be helpful in the improvement of the foreign exchange and export. The importance of small scale industry or cottage industry is very you can say related with the betterment of the lifestyle of the people who are related with this. They are earning, but if they are provided with better facilities to improve their productions, they can do better and they can do it in the large scale as well. In our houses in villages, many crafts are developed. They are just sent abroad because they are highly demanded. These crafts are basically the attraction for foreigners. Whenever they come to visit Pakistan, they usually like these sort of crafts and art pieces. So cottage industry and small industry, they are usually based in small cities or villages. So it is very important for any government to spend more and do some better steps in order to facilitate them. They must be provided with training, they must be provided with money in the form of loans, so that they may set up their better and workshop even on the smaller scale. So if they are improving, it means they can improve their work, their quality of work could be improved. Another very important article which is very much used nowadays, that is onyx. Onyx is basically manufactured in Pakistan, and high quality onyx articles are made in the local industry, and they are usually not only for the local use for the people over here, but they are also exported. And basically the improvement is always there in this way, that we can provide these people with better resources and small loans, and even which they can pay back in the smaller installments. So it will not only help in the improvement of the quality of their work, it will also help in the improvement of their lifestyle. And once they are doing the good work, this could be done on the large scale as well, and it could be very important for earning of foreign exchange in a bigger amount. So our one question was left from our chapter. One or two questions were left. They were from the same chapter, the industry in Pakistan. Let us talk about what were these two questions. The question was, there are three main cities for cotton production and growing of cotton. Each city has some advantages and some disadvantages. What are these? So if we talk about the processing of cotton, the cotton and its products, they are basically very much needed. So processing of cotton is very important. So if we talk about the answer of this related question is, processing of cotton needs a balance between of being near to the industry and transport, especially to the other areas by sea. Now Karachi and Hyderabad, they provide the main power, so that's why they are important. They are having industry in them, and they are providing better communication system as well. While Faisalabad is another important city as far as the cotton and its products are concerned, and that is basically in the cotton belt itself. Now last question from this chapter was, for which sports is Pakistan world famous? Name some of the players known and recognized all over the world. So Pakistan is world famous for hockey, cricket, table tennis and squash. And our famous players are Imran Khan, Javed Miandad, Wasim Akram from cricket, Jahangir Khan, Janishir Khan, they are from squash, and Maria Toor, again a lady from squash. So this was all about the questions which were in exercise. Now if we will revise our whole chapter through the worksheet. So here is the worksheet which is related with this chapter and its contents. The first question from this worksheet is, explain and define the following terms. The first one is exports. All those items that a country sends or sells abroad to earn the foreign exchange, they are exports. Now what are imports? Imports are all those goods which are brought into the country from abroad to meet its needs. Third one is cottage industry. We have discussed about it. It is a small scale industry with low budget and often managed at home by family members. Second question is, why do you think a country must export more than import? The answer is very easy. Through export we earn more. So a country must export more to earn more from its products rather than spend foreign exchange to buy whatever is needed. This helps to earn and to keep a balance between earning and payments. Our third question is, choose the correct answer. First one is, more than dash of Pakistan export are agriculture products. So the right option is, there are three options for this: 50%, 70% and 90%. So the right option is 90%. Our main exports are 90% of the agriculture products. We are exporting a large amount of our agriculture products. Now second one is, dash are in non-agriculture but high earning export from Pakistan, that is coal, plastic goods or synthetic fibers. The answer is synthetic fabrics or fibers. So this is done sometime. This is basically the production of some synthetic material which is a non-agriculture product, but it is a good sort of export to the other country. Third question is about the raw materials for caustic soda and soda ashes, white cement, salt and gypsum. The right option is salt. Number 4 is, limestone is the main raw material for dash manufacturing. Cement, fertilizer or explosive, that is cement. Number 5 is, dash is base for many industries like paint, refining, clay, tin or sulfur. The right option is sulfur. So lastly, we are having some products. You have to place them according to the correct heading. They must be either processed, agriculture or industrial. So what you have to do, place them accordingly. I have written it over here. Among the processed materials we are having cotton yarn, leather, cardwood and then carpets, sugar and flour. Among the agricultural products we are having raw cotton, fish, wheat, rice and wool. Among the industrial products we are having sports goods, paints, synthetic fiber, fertilizers, chemicals and electronic items and then paints. So that is all for today, boys and girls. See you soon inshallah. Do your worksheet and submit it in Google Classroom timely. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.